Well, welcome everybody to the Get Healthy webinar. We're very excited that you're here. And as everybody joins, we're going to get started. This is applying pill pack technology and AI to your clinical practice. Maybe many of you have used this in your practice already. Hopefully the attendees here do have a Get Healthy store, but if you don't, there's going to be opportunity for you to get a free demo of a Get Healthy store if it's something that you would like to implement into your practice. So I'm your host today. I'm Dr. Tracy Straub. I'm the Chief Health and Growth Officer right here at Get Healthy Store. And I'm not going to do a PowerPoint or anything today. What I'm going to do is actually show you the technology, what we've built in partnership with VitaBoom, which is very exciting, how I personally use it in my clinic, and also promotions. I think one of the things that we get tripped up on as practitioners is that we're really good at being practitioners, but we're not the greatest marketers. We're very busy. We don't have time to do all these things. There's not a lot of brand awareness that happens. We're selling multiple products, which are great for multiple companies that we love. But sometimes having the ability to have your own branded, customized box or formulation is a great way to keep and people keeping their eyes on you. So there's some tactics that we're going to talk about today. And hello, April. Hello, Angie. Thank you for the hellos in the chat. If you guys want to drop in where you're from, say hi to everybody. Also, feel free to post your questions now into the chat. I'll stop periodically and take a look at it. I like to answer throughout, just so I don't get too far ahead of everybody. Or if you have questions or something that I missed, I don't want you to feel like you're not being heard. Additionally, if you don't have a Get Healthy store, or if you do, please say whether or not you are a current Get Healthy store user, because we would love to get to know you better. And Courtney's in the background. She's our director of marketing. So she'll be able to throw links. If you don't have a Get Healthy store, she's going to put a link into the chat so you can get a free demo. I'm going to show you how to get connected with your own private label boxes today. So lots of great things to come. And good to see everybody. Oh, hi, Heather. All right, so what are pill packs? Well, pill packs, I'm going to show you first, and I might have to turn off my background, but wait, let me bring it back here. So I also have a couch back here in case I get tired, I can go lay down, but this is a VitaBoom pill pack box. And as you can see, you do have the ability to make pill packs and as many packs as you want to. There's also the ability to put your label, logo, and name onto the sleeve of that box, and we're going to get to that. In the Get Healthy store, what we did was we actually worked with VitaBoom directly to rebuild their technology within our application. So in case you're not familiar with what a Get Healthy store is, I'm going to show you kind of front and back very quickly what it is, and then we're going to get into the pill pack technology. I'm also going to be talking a little bit about AI. So artificial intelligence in reference to pill pack boxes. So whether you use it or not in your practice, it is not a requirement, but when you see the back of the Get Healthy store and the front, you're going to realize that we do allow practitioners to jump right into their very own chat GPT from the clinical admin, or what we call the dashboard of the Get Healthy store. So let's just jump into a screen share so that we can get started. And again, you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat, say hello. Oh, hi, Fred. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. All right, so I'm going to jump into the front of the store first, just so you have an overview of what we do. The easiest way that I can explain our technology is that we offer you a full front-end shopping experience. When a consumer, be it your patient or client, comes to visit your website, we can become the shop tab on your website. So my website is tracystraubnd.com. My Get Healthy store is the shop, our wellness store tab on my website. So when somebody clicks that, it comes to this space, this technology, where you can see I have multiple product categories across many wellness categories: supplements, food, nutrition, personal care, energetics, equipment, home care, everything in one place. No more affiliate links for me. No go here and use my code, go there and use my code. It's really simplified what I do professionally, but it also made it a lot easier for my patients and clients as well. This is where the pill packs will live, underneath what we call bundles. And you can also have bundled products. So I'm not saying that using bottles of supplements is good or bad. This is just a different way for you to practice if you want. And so your pill packs can also be displayed on the front end of your store. So let's say, for example, the big craze in the industry, the GLP-1s, GIPs, things like Ozempic, which is semaglutide, and then tirzepatide, and now retatrutide. If somebody was looking for support with those things, or maybe they want to start weaning down from using them, or they don't want to use them at all, you can build alternatives in pill pack form, which increase compliancy. And these little sleeves can be marked AM, PM, with food, after dinner, etc. However you want to build the pack and put the instructions. So on the packs themselves, it'll tell people and put the pills in the appropriate dosage and the appropriate time. So your AM pack will have all the pills that you put in for morning consumption. Your afternoon will have all the pills you put in for your afternoon consumption, and then your PM pack. So very easy to build. You can also put the details in. This is where AI comes in, and I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you how to build all of this. But basically what I did was I took a peptide pack, which is HealthGevity, which is one of the brands that is available in VitaBoom as well as on our Get Healthy catalog. In a great brand for peptides, we also have integrative peptides. Long story short, I took the details of the pills that I chose and put into my pack. And I asked AI technology to write me a description, and it did. Now, again, you're not relying solely on AI technology. You want to make sure you double check it because it is AI. But just to give you an example very quickly. So that's kind of front end use. Again, people can come and shop the store. They can buy things that are in the energetics, personal care, all of that is available. On the back end is where we really see the creative overview. These are sales that you can have throughout the year. Also your dispensary, which we're a full recommendation tool. So it's important that we as clinicians have the ability to recommend to our patients and clients specifically according to their needs. This is personalized medicine. This is where we're really going. And that's why I think pill packs plus Get Healthy, when we talk about VitaBoom and the Get Healthy relationship, is so very important. So how do you integrate these into your practice? Well, let's just start with in the chair experience. You're my client or patient, and I'm going to make a recommendation for you. So as easy as clicking make a recommendation, I'm going to choose a client. So just for ease of use, I'm going to choose myself. And so now I'm going to start to add products. Well, the first product I want to add is my VitaBoom stack. Now, we will have some instructions on how to do a private label box, but what you find here when you're building a recommendation for your client or patient is the standard VitaBoom box, which is fine. This is available in your Get Healthy store right now. You can start using this today to build VitaBoom packs, which I would recommend you go in and you build a few for yourself. You can send them to yourself as a recommendation. You don't have to purchase it. It's not going to process an order until somebody puts it in their cart and actually buys it. But as I showed you, I have my own VitaBoom, and this is actually my longevity pack that I created and that I take every day. So it has BPC 157. It has a product in there called Longevity. It has a probiotic. So lots of different things that you can do, even for yourself, that it sits on my desk. And all I do is I rip off a pack and I make sure that I take it every day. So you're increasing your own health, and it's going to help you increase the health of your patients and clients. So one thing to note with VitaBoom is that our product catalog at Get Healthy has 350 brands and over 10,000 SKUs. Those are what would be available on the front of your store in these different categories. VitaBoom has similar products. We almost are one-to-one, but they themselves are a pill packing company. So you're going to find their brand list right here. Now, I'm not going to open it up and go through all the brands that they've attained onto their software, but we pull those in automatically so that they're available right here for you. So say, for example, you wanted to look up nutritional frontiers. Maybe I want to build something for somebody that's having metabolic syndrome. I'm going to put in their nutraglutide. They might have some inflammatory markers, so I might throw in an SPM. And let's say they're having metabolic issues where they can't lose weight, so I'm going to throw in some thermogenesis. At this point, I can change the dosing. So nutraglutide, I may want them to take it with breakfast. I might also want them to take it with lunch, and I might also want them to take it with dinner. So I'm going to add 3 doses. So they're going to have a strip of 3 packs that's going to have 1 nutraglutide in each one: breakfast, lunch, dinner. Now maybe I want them to take SPMs later in the day. So I'm going to change this dosing to PM, and I'm going to change that to 2, and I'm going to save it. If you notice, your MSRP, which is how much your client is going to pay for this pack, updates automatically. So you don't even have to do math, which is great because we're not great at that either. And so dosing, I might want them to do in the morning, and I want them to take 3 capsules. And so this pack for a month's supply, that's going to have 3 different pill packs in it, is going to keep them in compliance. They know exactly when to take it. Each pack is going to say morning, lunch, or midday, and dinner. And so everything is laid out for your client or patient. I can just then save it to the recommendation, and I can say, please follow box instructions. If I could spell, and I could save it to the recommendation. So now what's going to happen is it appears over here. At this point, I can be finished, or I can add some other products. And this is the beauty of why we integrated VitaBoom with Get Healthy. It's not just about the supplement. It's not just about the pill pack. It's about you as the practitioner being a lifestyle practitioner. You as the practitioner wanting to add other things to the lifestyle recommendations that you're making for your patients and clients. Well, if I wanted to, I can go to this miscellaneous category. I could add a book that I want them to read because I want to educate them on something. I can add a service, maybe an interpretation fee of a test. I could add, maybe a frequency set, an energetics bracelet, which is a watch from Nikki Frequency. Anything that I want to this recommendation. And maybe this person is struggling with Lyme. Maybe they just want overall wellness. So I can add this frequency set to the recommendation. So here's what I'm trying to say. When it comes to lifestyle changes for a person, especially people who are sick, everything in one place makes sense. You don't want to send people to multiple links and multiple sources. You certainly don't want to send them away from you and your brand. It's really important that you keep brand integrity. You are their ambassador of health, and you are who they know, like, and trust. Maybe I want to add a test. Now, one of the other things that we did was a full integration with Evexia Diagnostics. And if you're familiar with Evexia, what they offer is a marketplace of specialty tests and blood serum tests. Now, why is this important? Well, again, all in one place. Instead of them receiving links over here and go get this over there, I can build them a recommendation right here. I can even customize my own panels in Evexia, and our technology automatically pulls it into the background of the Get Healthy store. So if I want to script them a CBC with differential, or what I call my baseline panel that has 4 markers, I can add that right to the test. And because I've selected the patient, it will actually put in the date of birth and all the details that it needs. It will send this over to Evexia, match the patient profile in Evexia, or create one, and then send the requisition off to the patient. I don't have to do a thing. This is my real birthday if you want to write that down and send me a card. So I'm going to save that right to the recommendation. And so now in one click, I have a VitaBoom box, a frequency program for the Nikki watch for maybe one of my clients that already has it, and then a Beyond the Basic blood work panel. Everyone's going to get notified to send these out to my clients, and my client is going to purchase this in one click. If I wanted to, I could create a discount for this client at 10%, 15%, 20%. That will happen automatically at the cart. If I want to get the link, which means I want to put this maybe into an EHR or EMR system, I can copy this here, and I can paste it and or put it into that system, or I can send this. And when I send it, I can send it now, I can schedule it for a future date, or I can send it via text message too. And so I send it. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to get a notification on my phone as well as through email, which makes it super easy for your client to receive that text message, which is already in my recommendations right there. You guys can't see it, but it popped up already, and it's already to my email. At any time, I can check or edit this recommendation. If you have multiple practitioners in your practice, you can do that too. So that's as easy as using PillPack technology on the dispensary aspect of your Get Healthy store. I'm going to pause for questions, and then I'm going to show you how to build these as an offering on the front of your store that people can just come and purchase. No, you do not have to buy pill packs. When we do this, you're building a virtual product and it'll sit there on your technology. When somebody buys it, it actually automates the order over to VitaBoom for us. So there's no pre-purchasing of anything. You simply can build all these packs you want and go promote. So I'm going to take a second and just answer any questions. Okay. Anybody have questions before I move forward? You guys are all typing feverishly, probably. Okay, I'll come back to your questions. Okay, so moving to the front end pill pack. So I had showed you before on the front end of my store, I actually have a couple of pill packs that I've built. And originally when I built the pill packs, I built them with the VitaBoom box. And then of course the awesome team over at VitaBoom was like, hey, we can private label that for you. And I was like, hey, let's go, right? Because I think it's pretty cool to have my name on a box. So this is my private label box. They designed this whole thing for me. The process was so easy. I sent over my hex colors, and if I couldn't find my hex colors, they were like, no problem, we'll pull them from your website. So you don't even have to, and I'm not trying to put more work on the VitaBoom team. So if you do have those colors and you have all that stuff, your logo, it does help them speed up the process. But Deb and Justin and everybody over there did such a great job. They sent it back. Went through an approval process. I think the first one had my picture on it, and I was like, you know, I'm Gen X, so it makes me feel like I'm on a milk carton, and I don't want that. Let's take my picture off. Let's just do the logo. So great, so helpful, and very, very fast. Within a week, I had this box designed and ready to go. So very simple to do that. Our team will automatically get that box back from VitaBoom. So once you choose your box, you approve those colors, you approve the design, their team is going to send back confirmation that it's ready, and we pull it right into your store. So let me show you how to build a pill pack box on the front end of your Get Healthy store. So this, you will go not to recommendations, but to pill packs. So you are building a stagnant pill pack that you're going to display on the front of your store. The other thing that I will say is that in the recommendations, these will also live. So if I would create a recommendation for somebody, I can go into my pill pack bundle boxes right here. So let me get rid of these two filters real quick. Just to show you that not only do they live on the front of your store, but if you pre-build these boxes, sometimes it just makes your life easier. If you know somebody needs the GLP-1 box or somebody needs the longevity box, I can just add that to the recommendation. So I don't have to go back and rebuild it. It's all in there. Everything's taken care of. So all of that's right here. Okay, so just to show you that real quickly, that what you build on the front will also be available for your scripting purposes as well. So building these pill pack boxes, let's create a pill pack. Very simple. It does not have a name yet because you are going to give it the name right here. So let's just call it Tracy's Test Pill Pack. Now you can erase these, you can delete them. Don't worry, because they're not live until you give the go ahead to make them live. Okay, so let's go through, and maybe I want to build something from Designs for Health. Maybe let's do an inflammation pack. Let's say we need some vitamin D in there, and maybe just some magnesium. So we're just going to test these. I'm going to change the dosing a little bit. Maybe I want somebody to have this AM and PM. Magnesium, I want them to take at night. Now this is going to become a standard box on the front of your store. You can edit it later as well. So if something changes or you had an epiphany of like, oh, I should have put more in that. You can also find out about the products too, because they do pop out. So if you want to know like what's in this curcumin, it's here. So you can pop out your supplement facts, your product descriptions, all of that stuff will come up so that you can see like what's your dosage, how much is in a soft gel, because we as practitioners, we need to know like how much we're putting in. So let's say this is the box that I want to do, and it's now called Tracy's Test Pill Pack. Here is where I'm going to use my AI channel, because I'm going to click ChatGPT, which is going to open up in a new window. So I still have my test pill pack going over here. I didn't ruin anything. And so we will go and we can figure out like, okay, write me a description for a pill pack box with curcumin, magnesium, it'll correct my spelling, and vitamin D. Can't be perfect, guys. I can't spell too. Please give details on each supplement and medical terms. Now we'll see if AI does it, because sometimes it just loops in cyberspace. Oh, here we go. So now what you can do is read this, make sure that everything is right. You might not love it's sunshine vitamin, whatever. Let's just pretend that I've read this. And I love everything that it says. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come back to my dispensary. Now I'm going to choose my box because I want this branded to me. And so for private labeling of this box, Courtney can drop a link into the chat, which you can click on, and that will start your private labeling. Because as I said, this technology is ready. It's in your store already, ready to go. If you don't have a store, Courtney, can you please drop in the demo link as well, so that you can get on the schedule of one of our account managers to really walk through this technology. But I'm going to pick my box. And then I'm going to click this little, whatever that is. That's the technical term, whatever that is. And I'm going to paste it here. Now you can bold these, you can take out all the little icons, etc. No complicated regimens. Now this is where you have yes, make it public, or no, do not. I'm going to make it public for now, and then I'm probably going to pull it down off of my store, because obviously I did not read this or edit it. So nobody buy this right now. And then I'm going to click apply. So I'm going to save this. Oh, I didn't give it a valid name. Please provide a valid name. I don't know what name. That's probably because I don't know what valid name it wants, but let's just go with it for demonstration purposes only. So the VitaBoom pack is saved successfully. You can see that it's here. It is made public. It says, yes, these are made public at any time. I can edit this or delete the pack from the front of my store. What I will say about just being quick on the delete is when you start building packs, you may want to check your subscriptions and see if anybody has your pack on subscription. That way, if you delete something, someone's not going to get angry with you. Or if you edit something, it's always good to let them know, because it will update the pack. So I'm going to see if it rendered already. I'm going to go to the front of my store, and I honestly don't know how fast these render. I think they're immediate, but let's not quote me because I'm not in the operations side of it. This is my bundles page. Let's go to pill packs and let's see what we have. And there it is. Tracy's test pill pack. So this is what it'll look like on the front. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There's all the details. So lots of good things there. Everything's kind of inside, 135. So that's about as difficult as it'll get using AI. And again, you don't have to. You can write your own descriptions. You can do all of that. The only reason that I use ChatGPT is it does work faster. You can actually upload the actual details of the label, which is what I did for the other pill packs. So for these, I actually uploaded the label information, and I said, take subsets from the labels from these pills that I uploaded. It just saved me a lot of time. of, making sure that I had the right facts on BPC, what were the key ingredients. That way I knew, it was correct off the label. So I'm going to pause again for some questions. All right. Yes, Heather, that's a great question. So I'm going to display that for you. Heather asks, can you build a basic box that you add onto? Absolutely. And see how smart you are? That is why we did it this way, because like you're getting it, like it's right there. So let's say we're going to go in and build this recommendation. And, Heather has a client that she wants to add the longevity pack to. So this person has gone through her program, really love the program because she's an incredible practitioner. And so she's going to build them a recommendation, but she wants to use her already built pill packs like the GLP-1 or the longevity, and she's going to add this longevity pack to the recommendation. You can certainly do that. The other thing that you can do is when you go into your pill pack builder, it's available as well. So you have to select the client name first in order to go build the pill pack, because we want to make sure that somebody's identified with this pill pack. Because if you just throw one into cyberspace, then nobody gets any help. So we're going to go build it. This is where you're talking about, Heather, apply VitaBoom stack. So these are my already built pill packs that are on the front of my store, right? There's the test one, the longevity. We're going to apply this and I'm going to pull it. Now I'm building a recommendation. I'm in the recommendation builder. I'm not in the pill pack builder. So everything is status quo, how I did it before. But let's say for this person, you're like, well, I think she needs some acromantia. And so we're just going to add some acromantia there. And maybe she needs some polyphenols to activate that. So we're going to add that. So now you had this GLP-1 pack, or excuse me, the longevity pack that has all of these, but you added a probiotic base. Maybe you want to put it into your box, or you want to just put it in the VitaBoom box and you save it to the recommendation. So when you're in a recommendation, building it, you can use the apply your VitaBoom stacks and add on or subtract from them. You can even take out products. So great question. Thank you for that. I'm actually just going to stay in screen shares until I go through these. Does the pack need to contain a single brand? So that's another great question. April, the VitaBoom, which is why I love it, has multiple brands. So there are other pill packing options, and they're great too, but they're usually brand specific. So I'll pop up this brand list. Now, the reason we did a Google Drive was because VitaBoom is doing such a great job adding brands all the time. And they work with practitioners. If they don't have a brand, they'll try to get it on there. So it can be one-to-one with our brand catalog, or they can have brands that we don't have. And they may have brands, we may have brands that they don't have. What I would suggest is if you're looking for something, ask your account manager. We will certainly try to get that to them. So cross brands, you can mix and match. That's the beauty of it. That's what I just did, right? I put in Pendulum, I add in Healthgevity. So that's great because as well as I, we don't just use one brand. So again, another great feature of the VitaBoom stack. Great question. Let me see. Is there an additional fee for private labeling? I can't remember. I don't think so unless they have to build everything from scratch. If you hit that contact form, it'll tell you. Courtney, if you know the answer to that, let me know. I don't think there is though, but don't quote me. All right. Any other questions, guys? And Courtney said nothing. She said nothing. So
I think if you have something unique you want to do, then they will charge you. So it says if you'd like our designer to create a unique box sleeve, that costs $250.
Yeah, that means if you don't have anything, like you don't have a logo, you don't have anything. But if you have colors, logo, if you have a website, you have that stuff, they just want you to send it over. They're trying to make you as successful as we are. The other question was in the Q&A box, and it says, thanks, Courtney, how many pills maximum in a pack would you recommend? Well, I think it comes down to what can people do, what will they do, and what can they afford to do. I'm very conscious of the MSRP. You'll see that my exposed pill pack boxes, $181. Like if you think about your protocols that you're giving to people, you're kind of conscious, right? Of like, okay, how many bottles can this person really buy and take? The other thing is that bottles come in different shapes and sizes, right? So we got 30 count, 60 count, 90 count, 120 count. Sometimes you don't have a choice. A brand only comes out with 1 or 2 different counts. This way, if somebody really only needs a 30 count amount, but the company's only offering a 120 count bottle, it's actually going to be cheaper for your client for you to make them a pill pack. Versus selling them a 120 count bottle when you're not sure if they'll be using it month 2 or month 3. So that's what I like about the pill pack option, is that you can adjust what you're putting in here. And actually, remember how I said you could schedule recommendations? I schedule a lot of recommendations. I might build a pill pack for somebody and send it, and then build another one for the next month and another one for the next month and schedule those to send. So once they send, when the person buys it, that's when VitaBoom gets the call to fill the pack for me, not when I build the stack. So it has to be purchased in order to be filled. That's how VitaBoom. So don't worry, people aren't going to be filling boxes and not paying for them. You're going to get paid as a practitioner for everything that you build and people buy. But good question. Thank you. So just to give you a actual answer on that, I personally wouldn't build a $500 or $600 pill pack. I probably wouldn't do that. Probably 200 to 300 is about mentally where somebody else can get, and maybe you could add a bottle to that. Or you could say this is pill pack for your first 30 days. This is going to rescript because it's what's called a multivitamin pack. And then I'm going to specifically build you a pack for your hormones. And that's going to come month 2. So they could get their multivitamin pack, which they know, and then they could get a hormone-based pack. Or you could put it all together. You could modify your multi with a hormone subset in it. So lots of different ways that you can use it. Can you see the commission on the pill pack? You don't see the commission after the pill pack, but it's dependent on the store level you have, which it is 60 to 65% of what you're selling. So it's the same split, same margins as you're making on other products. It's almost like 1-to-1 with bottles, except you're going to have the wholesale paid by us on your behalf, and then it's the split on the wholesale. But you can't see, I don't think, the commission in the background, but that's a good question. Okay. Any other questions? These are all really good questions. I'm really happy to see that you guys can see how this is working. Like modifying your packs and all. I think that's very great. So I will say I enjoy pill packs. I like having them branded. I like building them. I think people like them. I know that our CEO started doing some pill packs, and he said that it increased his awareness of taking them because there were 2 packs in the sleeve. And so he would take his morning pack, and then he's like, oh, I got to take my night pack because tomorrow I got to take my morning pack. And so he was very conscious of that because he didn't want to get behind. So I thought that was a good insight on his part. Yeah, it is a big game changer. And I think, guys, if I can give you any recommendations, work with VitaBoom to get your branded boxes. It's so important. It's one of the reasons we built the Get Healthy platform, is to keep your patients and clients with you. We're seeing things in the industry now. I keep telling you guys, the doctor down the road is not your competition. Your competition is online big sellers that offer no health advice behind the purchase. You want somebody to look at this box and see your name. It's so important. That way they remember when people come to their house, they say, oh, where'd you get that? And your name's on the box. It's really important. So please get signed up with Get Healthy if you're not already. Bringing your patients back to you over and over again is going to be what And this is just the start. It's just what they need to stay healthy and to stay in the presence of someone that they know, like, and trust and get the right advice. Second, the stuff that I showed you today, just dispensing with the test. I mean, you could build bundles on the front end. You could use a pill pack box with your brand and add to it a service, a book on education. Think about things, a protocol. So you could have a VitaBoom gut box with a KBMO fit test bundle that you sell on the front of your store. Here's the test, know your gut integrity, and here's the solution for it, all in one click. And then you go do a webinar about it, or you post it on social media. So it's important, guys, because people are looking. And I get practitioners always say to me, I don't want to look like I'm selling. I will tell you this, there's online big companies that have no problem selling to your buying customers. And those people have no guidance. They don't know what to take, how much to take, why they're taking it. They walk into your office with bags of supplements that they bought from multiple places because they're trying to find help. So if you can step into that gap and offer them solutions, and don't be afraid to name your packs, like, Dr. April's, sore joint pack, or, Heather's amazing metabolic pack. They're kind of terrible names. I wouldn't use those, but put your brand on it, put your name on it. And then that way people know it. So again, if you don't have a Get Healthy store and you want a demo, that link is in the chat. Courtney, if you want to post that again. The Avexia Diagnostics, game changer as well, to pull that into your store, to start creating your panels. We are focusing for the next 3 months on the value of testing in your company. So if you really want to change the health outcomes of your patients and clients, do data-driven decisions, data-driven solutions. And then you have the solution set in your pill pack with your brand. If I can emphasize for the 3rd time how important that is. So for the next 3 months, you're going to see a lot of content about Avexia, about our integration with Avexia. So Courtney can put the link in. You can start today with an Avexia account. When you get in there, there's actually a drop down under tools that will tell you how to integrate Avexia with your Get Healthy store. All you do is click Get Healthy under the EMR integrations, and Lindsay will take care of it in the background and let you know when all of those tests are pulled in. We're going to be doing big things for you guys in May and June with Avexia, exposing tests on the front of your store, test funnels, helping you sell. So I want you guys to stay in tune with us. Make sure you're opening our emails, make sure you're on our email list, because we are going to focus hard on helping you have data-driven outcomes, solutions, and increase revenue. Because if you don't stay in business, you can't help anybody. And that's the biggest thing that I teach my clients when I do mentoring for practitioners. You need to stay in business because people need you. So we have the demo for the store. We got the Avexia and then the private label. Courtney, one more time, just for the people in the back. So just to wrap it up, free demo, get your VitaBoom box set up, and also get your account with Avexia, because you're going to be wanting to be ready for what's coming in the next 3 months. It's going to be awesome. So you can use Avexia, Sarah, in New York, but you can't script test to New York. So if you're a practitioner in New York and you have an Avexia account, you can script testing to 48 other states, 47, New York, New Jersey, and Rhode Island. And it's not because of Avexia, it's because of actually merchant accounts that consider it a risk. So they don't love it, we don't love it, but I will say this, it hasn't hindered me. What I normally do for people that are in New York, New Jersey, or Rhode Island is I will give them a list of testing that I would like them to ask their PCP or a practitioner to get for them. And then they just come back and give me the results. So you can still operate even in those 3 states that don't allow for the scripting of testing from places like Avexia. There's a workaround and we can work around it. So you can still help people. Great questions. Well, if you don't have any other questions, I think that's going to wrap it up. The links are all in the chat. Thank you, Courtney, for being there. And if you have anything, make sure you reach out to your account manager, Andy and Candace. Their emails are pretty simple. It's just their first name at gethealthy.store. If you know who your account manager is. If you do not, reach out to marketing at gethealthy.store and we will get you connected with somebody, get your demo, get your private label box, and get your Avexia account. And I'll see you for the next webinar. When we move into testing, we're going to be doing Avexia diagnostics and the value of testing in your clinical practice, plus how to apply solutions. So thanks for everyone for being here, everyone. Talk to you soon.